Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. Today I'm going to be wrapping and chatting. I've got a ton of stuff behind me. I have cleared out my house for a few hours to wrap Christmas gifts. My oldest daughter is at work. My husband took our two boys to a Christmas party with our homeschool group for the high school boys, and my youngest daughter is downstairs, but she is actively doing something. We were running out of time. Jake and I usually try to wrap together and have kind of a date night. That wasn't happening this year. It just wasn't going to work out. So I had to seize my opportunity. All of this stuff, which I'll show you guys in a second, I've been hiding in my closet behind clothes in containers. And so not only do I need to wrap it all, but I need to kind of like reorganize and revisit my list because I've lost track. So I'm going to turn on some Christmas music and I'm gonna get going. I asked for questions on Instagram and I got a bunch of them, but I'm gonna wrap and then chat and then wrap and then chat because I've learned through the years of filming these that trying to talk when I'm wrapping, it just isn't gonna go very well for me. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm finding the questions from Instagram. Here they are. So I have a whole bunch right here. So we are gonna wrap and chat. So if you need to wrap, get your stuff, get your tape, turn this Q&A on, and I also asked for would I rather questions because I think those are fun, and we are going to wrap. All right, so this is what we're gonna be starting with for wrapping. I have stuff inside bags and like inside this bin I've been storing things in. It's like full of miscellaneous stuff. So not only are we going to be wrapping, but I am going to set aside things that are going in stockings. In here I have some little things already, but I've just been kind of having to throw things in my closet until today. I got this for my son with his gecko. Is that not the funniest? So I'm also going to be doing a bit of organizing. I have more to wrap, but this is going to be what I start with. If you guys know, I always do a different wrapping paper for each of my kids, and they don't know what kind of wrapping paper they got. So we also had to use this box for the lizard transportation. If you were wondering why it has so many holes in it, we had to take our gecko to the vet, and this was the only shoebox I had with the shoes that we got for my daughter. So this is everything that we're going to be wrapping. All right, we are making good progress. I have a whole stack next to me. So now it is time to answer a couple of questions for this wrap and chat video. And the first question is, would I rather have another baby or never have any grandchildren? That's a deep one. I'm gonna say I would prefer to have grandchildren in the future rather than having number 5, which is not a possibility for me. I've been getting asked about that a lot lately, and I think it's because I shared my birthday that I turned 37, and people are like, you need to start another batch of kids, you're too young. And it's like, well, not everybody can do that. So this is just the friendly reminder to not say comments like that. The next one, have I ever used Frownies? Those I think are like patches that you put on for wrinkles. I have never used them, no. What do I like to open more, gift wrap or gift bag? I prefer a wrapped gift. I think that that's a nice thing to do. Would I rather have a white Christmas or not? I would love a white Christmas. The next one, ideas on how to cheer up sick kiddos that have to miss out on Christmas parties. I say just make a cozy Christmas movie night at home. Maybe pick up something that sounds good to them. If they're don't have the best appetite, maybe get a new pair of pajamas, and just make a cozy evening at home. The next one, did I do any structured homeschooling with 3 to 4-year-olds? Only if they wanted to and they expressed an interest in doing that. The next one is funny. Would I rather have lunch with Kamala or shave my eyebrows off? I would shave off my eyebrows. The next one, where do I start for dual enrollment? How to get started? The way to get started is with Googling, finding a school, and then looking at the information for that. If I could go back in time and live in a decade, which decade would I choose? I would probably choose either like, I don't know, the 1920s kind of era or the early 90s again. Would I rather a card game or a board game? I would definitely choose a card game.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and
live by the ocean or in the mountains. I'm gonna go with the mountains. Rower, bike, or treadmill? I think treadmill. Would I rather never have to cook at home or never have to do laundry? I would prefer to never have to cook at home, but have like a super awesome healthy chef on hand. Would I rather have no Starbucks or no Chick-fil-A? No Chick-fil-A, that's an easy one for me. Debating on the good and the beautiful for language arts for 3rd grade, did I feel like I had to fill in any gaps? No, or I wouldn't have continued to use it for all 4 of my kids who have gone on to college English classes and got A's in their classes. What protective measures do I put in place on devices that my kids are using? We don't put anything on my older kids' phones, and that's because they get phones when they're older. They are not allowed to have social media until they're about to be 18, when they can make that choice for themselves. They know what is on the internet and they know what they can come across, and so we discuss like proper searching, and really what it boils down to is my kids want to honor the Lord, and so that is what I'm always after. If the only thing that's keeping my kids on, keeping the train on the track, so to speak, are all of my rules and regulations, once they're older, they're not gonna abide by those things. So I've always been more concerned with their heart. Why would they want to view something like that? Now, of course, accidents can happen and things like that, and we've had some conversations, but for the most part, we just don't open up technology until they're older, and so then it's more about them wanting to do the God-honoring thing. Common sense things like we don't let them have TVs or computers in their bedrooms. We don't let them charge their phones in their bedrooms. All of our home computers are in open locations. They don't have like friends where they're going over and watching things. We are very like in close relationship with all of my kids' friends. So things like that. But as for like taking features off of the phones that they have, we've never had to do that because they don't get them until they're older. Cost of homeschooling, my 4 doing all the things I do, dual enrollment and BJU. Can I be honest and say I've never added it up? And that's because it usually doesn't all cost at one time. BJU's classes are $350 this year, $350 for the year. This year I have them, I think we're doing 6. and Grand Canyon University courses are $350. Masters University dual enrollment is more expensive. So yeah, we're definitely in the thousands of dollars. Fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? 100 duck-sized horses. A horse would be hard to fight. How do I get my husband to get better with gift giving without nagging? Well, if you find out, let me know, because some guys, they just don't have the creative gene in them. And I think that you just have to have realistic expectations of the person that you married and realize that not everyone has the strength of creative gift giving. So rather than focusing on the things that he's not good at, I try to focus on the things that my husband is good at. And for gift giving, if you're desiring gifts, I would send some ideas. I would send like my gift guides, like, hey, I usually like what this girl shares. You might want to check it out. There's some things on there that I would like. And I would just do that one time. And that's it. And then like if your husband still isn't being thoughtful and that's really important to you, then you should probably sit down kindly when you're not upset and emotional and tell him that. At what age did we start using desks in our homeschool? Probably like 3rd or 4th grade. And we still never did our entire day at the desks, but that's when it became like nice for them to have a desk to sit at for doing schoolwork.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light.
All right, you guys, we have run out of daylight, as you can see. So you'll have to excuse the lighting. The sun goes down so early now, but I wanted to continue and answer some of these questions. Would I rather have a protein bar or a protein shake? I would probably have a protein bar. Do I ever weigh myself? I go through periods where I do, but I have not in several months, and there's a reason for that. Wake up in bedtime. I generally wake up by 6:30 or 7, and I go to bed between 10:30 and 11:30 every night. Favorite TV show? This kind of changes, but right now I'm really excited about Virgin River coming out with their new season, as well as All Creatures Great and Small. When do I start planning the next homeschool year? Usually around this time of year, once we get through the holidays and I feel a renewal in my mental energy, I start thinking about that. But I will probably, I don't know, it's going to be hard for me to think about because I'll be planning for one less child next year. So I don't know about that. Live in winter year round or summer? That is so hard because I love the sun and I love being outdoors, but I hate being really hot. And so I don't know. If you're talking about like an 80-degree summer, like 85, like Michigan summer, I would choose that. If you're talking about desert summer where it's 115, 120, I would probably choose winter. So I think it depends on our definition of summers. Would I rather Disneyland or Disney World? So I like Disneyland for the nostalgia because I've been taking my kids there since they were babies. I also do like that it's like the original and it's just got that feel to it. But Disney World we like Disney World better for a lot of reasons, but it doesn't have the nostalgia. It doesn't have the original like 1950s feel to it. So it's kind of a trade-off. Eggnog or fruit cake? Neither. I hate both of those. Favorite memory from 2024? I've had so many incredible memories this year. I am so blessed. But the thing that instantly came to mind was our 2-week summer road trip to Mount Rainier and to the Oregon coast. Those trips are such like core memory trips every year, and it doesn't matter where we go. So that's like what stands out to me the most. Continuing on, would I rather spend Christmas in, oh, I think I already did this. Oh, maybe it's the same question. Would I rather spend Christmas in a snowy mountain or on a warm beach? In a snowy mountain.
Till he appeared, and the soul felt its worth. A thrill.
Advice for dealing with teen attitudes. Don't take it personally. Have more money or more time? More time, always more time. Not a question. Your Christmas playlist helped me get into the spirit so much. I'm glad. That makes me really happy. Christmas cookies or pie? Cookies. Least favorite Christmas food? I don't know. We don't really have like traditional Christmas foods. Every year we do something a little different for dinner, so I don't know. What are traditional Christmas foods? You guys will have to tell me down below. What is my favorite Christmas treat, and do I make the same ones every year? So yes, there are some things that I make the same every year, and I absolutely love my peppermint popcorn, and I love my mother-in-law's gingerbread cookies, but only my mother-in-law's because they're like this thin, but they're soft. They're so good, and they cannot be replicated. How do I plan and keep track of all of my gift buying for the holidays? In my notes section on my phone. Let me show you. Just like this. Christmas. And I just write it down in there, and that's how I keep track. And boy, do I need to keep track. Would I rather get 8 hours of sleep or have perfectly prepped meals every day? Perfectly prepped meals I can do with a little bit of less than 8 hours. Receive surprise gifts or gifts from my wish list? I like a surprise, but that doesn't mean I always get surprises.
All night, divine, led by the light of faith.
Would I rather give up social media for a year or give up coffee for a year? It's hard for me to say this because social media is my job and I would miss out on my income, but I think I would give up social media, like consumption of social media. I would obviously have to work. So yeah, I would choose that. Do I have a favorite brand purse or a mom bag that I carry everywhere? I really have found like really good, cheap Amazon purses for like $20 or $25. They last me a year, and then they were $20 or $25. They start to fall apart a little bit. The seams, you know, rip from everyday use, and I just throw them away and I get a new one. I have not invested in like an expensive purse that's gonna last for like a really long time, but maybe I should do that. Watch a sunrise together or stargaze? Watch a sunrise. I love a sunrise and a sunset. Only be able to whisper or only be able to shout? In my life, probably only able to shout. What's one parenting thing you do and Jake do differently than other Christian parents? Well, I don't want to speak for all Christian parents, but one thing that we do differently is, I don't know, we don't view like iPhones as like Satan's tools. So kind of going back to that other question. So that's going to be it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed rapping and chatting with me. I hope you were able to get some of your rapping done. Thank you so much for watching my channel and being a part of my community and supporting me this year. And if you've been around and stuck with me through many, many years, thank you so much. And if you're new and you just found my channel, welcome. I'm super happy to have you. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that I will feel better once all of these gifts are organized and set aside. So thanks for rapping with me so I could get that done, and I will see you guys again in my next one really soon. Bye.